Tell us how to be an actor.
All right, the non-joke answer?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, you could do the joke answer too.
Okay.
What's the joke answer?
Joke answer is, the joke answer is go to Broadway and start dancing in the street. Put your hat down until people start throwing pennies, and eventually a big Broadway producer walk by and the kid, you got moxie, and then you're in the show business, and they do that for a couple years. You get a horrible drug addiction, you go to rehab, you get clean, you write a book, and then you retire on an island in the Mediterranean. That's how you be an actor.
I mean, I have the hat, so I'm halfway there.
Practice!
How many
Yeah.
islands are in existence there, though? I think they might all be taken out.
This is true. There's a lot of actors crowded around the one, and then stacked on top of each other like cans of soup.
I don't want to go there.
No, you really don't. So how do you be an actor? Good question. Well, like with any art form, you gotta just do it. So find if you're younger, do school plays, do community theater. I went to Oak Bay High School. And we had a fantastic community theater.
Definitely did.
Yeah, that was really wonderful and.
Is it still strong as it used to?
I don't know. I know they have a new
I mean,
theater.
the theater is different now, right?
So.
Yeah. And that was great. That got me interested in going and doing that. Also, when you're in high school, it keeps you out of trouble. So if you're in community theater, and yeah, keep doing it. Because it's all building that skill set. So imitate actors, do voices, study up, read books. If you like reading books, read Stanislavski and look up Meisner and all that. But really, I mean, you can do that, and that's fun to do. But really, just gotta find a way to get up on stage in front of people and do it. So if it's improv comedy, if it's community theater, and then once you graduate high school, if you want to be not just do it like part-time, if you don't want to do it like in your spare time and try to do it for a living, then it's really good to go to a school, to go to university or trade school. I went to the Canadian College of Performing Arts. It's a musical theater school in Victoria. There's also in Vancouver, there's Capilano University and Studio 58, which I think is part of Langara. I'm not sure, could be wrong about that. But there are acting programs, and that's great because then you make friends with other people who want to do acting for a living. And then when you graduate and hopefully maybe you don't make connections out of school, but you build friends there. And then you get out of that, and then if you're in Canada, I don't know how it is on the States, you try to get on the Equity mailing list where it has all the job postings, and then you just submit to the different theaters, and you probably won't hear back from many of them, but you know, sometimes you do, and you look for postings, and you submit, and you go to auditions. If you try to get in film and television, then you need an agent. You don't really need an agent for film, at least not on the west coast of BC. It's probably different everywhere, but in BC you don't really need an agent. You can be an independent contractor. You just look for job postings and keep giving your headshot and your resume. It's probably mostly done through email now. You used to have to mail it out, but you keep forwarding those to people when it says we want submissions. So you submit. Hopefully they give you an audition, and if you get an audition, then you get the job, and hopefully you make connections from there. And then they say, oh, this person's great, you should consider them. And then you get to where I am, and I've been very, very lucky, where I've been working with a bunch of different directors and a bunch of different companies. They call me, and they say, Andrew, we'd like you to audition for this part. I say, oh, great. So I'm in a really good place. I'm super lucky. I'm super, super grateful. But yeah, even then, it's if you like being on stage, it's great even if you don't do it for a living. There's a lot of people that do art, and that's the thing they do in their spare time. And there's tons of lovely, dedicated community theater groups everywhere. So, yeah, I guess that's roughly how you be an actor. There's no one way to do it. There's those weird people that are 17 and they get discovered in a coffee shop. It's like, you are Scarlett Johansson, you will be the next movie star. I have no idea how to be a movie star, but if you want to be a working actor, do community theater, go to a school, make friends and connections, and submit for auditions.
Cool.
Yeah.
Andy,
But
did you submit a headshot when you applied for the Ratchet & Clank movie?
That was...
by the way, I saw that. It was very fun.
Thank you very much.
Good job with that.
Thank you. I don't know if it was a headshot. Sometimes I got it through my agent, and sometimes they don't submit the headshots for voice work because people are very biased and say that their face doesn't look like the voice I want, so I won't hire them. Oftentimes they'll just send your voice demo. If you do I do a little voice work. I'm in a couple animes, a couple French cartoons. and that's super fun. They put you in a closet and you shout, and then they give you $200. It's wonderful. It's really great.
It's kind of like Desert Bus, except we don't give you money.
Dream job,
Man, if
actually.
you could just do that like once a day, that's not bad.
Absolutely.
Right? Like $200 a day is okay. Like,
Yeah.
you can live off $200 a day real easy.
Absolutely.
Quite well, and 2 hours of work for shouting?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
So that's really fun. So no, I didn't submit I don't think they submitted a headshot for that, but that was through my agent.
Is Ratchet and Clank the biggest thing you've done in terms of like the audience having seen it probably?
Yeah, I think so. I was in a couple smaller film and TV things. I got a face for radio, so it looks good. It looks good from 30 feet away, just not up close, and you can see all of the pores. But I love voice work. It's probably the biggest thing I was doing. I remember the first recording session I went in, and I'm meeting people, and they're just like guys in their 40s and 50s. It was like we were 5 guys, and I shake their hand. And they said, "Hi, I'm Andrew." He said, "Hi, I'm Ian." And I recognized the voice. Are you Ian Corlett? Were you freaking Cheetor from Beast Wars? I didn't say that. I thought it. But it was Ian Corlett, Cheetor from Beast Wars. And I've got to meet what's his name? The guy who played Rat Trap. Oh, I can't.
Donating McDonor face.
They'll be shouting at the comments. But he actually goes to a bar that's up the street from me. Sometimes I see him there. He wears a cowboy hat.
Scott McNeil.
Scott McNeil.
Yeah. I know he wears. That's his con-going outfit.
Yeah.
So what was the whole voice cast former Transformers?
There were a lot of them. I think one of the Dobson brothers were in there, and it's like the
Dobsons are great.
Yeah, it's very sad what they do. They get like the best voice talent in Vancouver for these big cartoon movies that they're making it here. They get them in and they record it and they pay them, but they treat it like a scratch track, and then they get big time celebrities to come in and overdub their work. Oh. And thankfully, I was just a small enough character that they didn't have to get somebody famous to replace me. So yay! But that was a kid. I love doing that.
So like the those people. Ian
Corlett.
Ian Corlett is not actually in the credits for the movie.
He is because oftentimes you'll go in there if you're playing other voices and you do like 5 little soldiers and you're doing some walla and you're screaming in the background and you. So I see. I think he's also on there somewhere. I think I heard him. Yeah. That sucks though. That
you do the character, you spend all the work on the voice, and then somebody else comes and replaces. And I guess they just get the big name actor to try to do it as closely as possible to the voice actor.
Yeah. Listen to Andy, but use your voice.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's a shame too because the guy they got to do Chairman Drek did a pitch perfect imitation of the guy who did it in the video game, who has 3 names. His name is Michael something. Always plays the deep bass voices. Can't remember his name. He did a perfect imitation of that, and then they got Paul Giamatti to come in and do it. And Paul Giamatti was great. It's all politics too. It's like, well, we need a big name so that the adults will come see it as well as the kids, and it's a big, that's business. I don't blame anybody. That's how it goes.